This weekend, most of NASCAR is on an Easter off weekend, including the top 3 series. However, there's no off weekend for NASCAR in 5. Since there aren't any races to preview to fill up the extra time, we have some trivia for you to test your knowledge of the sport's top series. That plus news, results, and more coming up. The information you need relating to the sport you love, all within 5 minutes. NASCAR in 5 starts right now. Hello everyone, welcome to NASCAR in 5. I'm Bryce Turner. First up, we'll look back to Darlington where the sport went racing last weekend. Kevin Harvick became the Cup Series' first repeat winner of 2014 with a first place finish in the Bojangles Southern 500. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth, and Greg Biffle rounded out the top 5. Meanwhile, Jeff Gordon is leading in the standings by 1 point over Matt Kenseth. Carl Edwards, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Jimmy Johnson round out the top 5. For more post-race coverage, check out carnuts.ca under Closed Wheel Racing. In the Nationwide Series, Chase Elliott followed up his first career Nationwide Series win with a victory for the second week in a row, this one coming in the VFW Sport Clips Help a Hero 200. Elliott Sadler and Matt Kenseth followed Chase across the start-finish line. Meanwhile, Chase Elliott is also leading in the standings by 13 points over Reagan Smith and an additional 7 over Elliott Sadler. It's time now for a news update. First up, trouble for one of NASCAR's middle-of-the-pack teams. Swan Racing issued a statement noting that the team is, quote, in the process of reviewing its current situation and the ability to continue to compete in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. The team has been unable to secure the kind of sponsorship required to effectively operate the team, end quote. Swan Racing currently fields 2 full-time rides, the number 26 with driver Cole Witt and the number 30 with driver Parker Kligerman. NASCAR 5 will keep you up to date on this developing story. In other news, a non-Daytona qualifying session will air for the first time on network television. Sprint Cup Series qualifying from Talladega will be broadcast on Fox. The session will be under the new knockout-style format that has been in place for the Cup Series since the second race of the season. Qualifying for the Aaron's 499 from Talladega Superspeedway will air on Saturday, May 3rd at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Fox. The race itself will also be broadcast on Fox, taking place at about 1 p.m. Eastern Time the next day. And there's been the Pettys, the Earnhardts, the Allisons, the Bush brothers, and now, how about the Gordons? Jeff Gordon's daughter Ella tested out a quarter midget for the first time this past week. Ella is currently 6 years old, so she still has quite a few years to work her way up to NASCAR, if that is her goal. We'll have to wait and see if the Gordons can be added to the list of racing families. The next edition of NASCAR 5 will be posted next Friday, April 25th. But first, to wrap this week's show, trivia. That's right, since there aren't any races to preview, we'll be testing your knowledge with questions relating to the Sprint Cup Series. That's next. Here's a look at which races we'll be previewing for you next week here on NASCAR in 5. Welcome back to NASCAR in 5. It's time now for some trivia. For each question, you'll get 10 seconds to answer. First up, what team did Kyle Busch first drive for in what is now the Sprint Cup Series? Was it JGR, Hendrick Motorsports, RCR, or Wood Brothers Racing? The answer is B, Hendrick Motorsports. In what year did Jimmy Johnson win his first Cup race? Was it 2002, 2001, 2004, or 2006? The answer is A, 2002. True or false, Tony Stewart and Carl Edwards were tied for the 2011 Cup Championship, but Stewart won in a tiebreaker. The answer is true. How many wins does Jeff Gordon currently have? 90, 89, 88, or 85? The answer is C, 88 wins. Stats are from driveraverages.com. Thanks for watching this week's edition of NASCAR 5. I'm Bryce Turner. Enjoy the races.